It's the biggest game of the year, and that means that the Super Bowl also comes with some of the steepest ticket prices that you've ever seen. Here to give us some insight on what to expect when trying to snag your seat to the Super Bowl and how you can save some money is TickPick Head of Content, Kyle Zorn. Kyle, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, now the big game is right around the corner. We know it's happening this weekend. And with the big game comes some pretty big prices. Over there at TickPick, what are you seeing in terms of trends and how expensive it's going to be to get a ticket to the Super Bowl this year, Kyle?
Yeah, certainly been a very hot ticket. Ever since the matchup was confirmed, it has been the most expensive ticket that we've seen on record for a Super Bowl. The allure of Las Vegas is having a big impact on that. The matchup, obviously, between the Chiefs and the 49ers, you have Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has been a story we've all been following all year. All those variables are kind of factoring into why these prices are so high, but they have been starting to come down as of late. And we expect that to be the case, hopefully going into Saturday and ultimately Sunday on game day as well.
So what are some of these ticket prices, dare I ask? I know I'm probably going to have a heart attack, but what are some of these ticket prices or trends that you have seen, Kyle?
Yeah, so they're very expensive. So the least expensive ticket right now is around $7,200. I think one of the interesting parts about that is that the least expensive ticket and then a ticket in like the 200 level and the 100 level, they aren't really that too far off in terms of pricing. So if you wanted to sit in the 200 level, it's around $8,000, and on TickPick that is all inclusive, so that we're not adding fees on top of that. I know it's kind of odd to say given how expensive these tickets are. But those are kind of like the price ranges right now to attend the Super Bowl.
And you did mention there are additional fees oftentimes with some of these other outlets that people choose to purchase their tickets from. What are some of those fees that people might be able to expect if they're not choosing TickPick?
Yeah, for sure. So it's very important when you're purchasing a ticket, especially a ticket as expensive as this for the Super Bowl, to make sure you're comparing prices after fees. Oftentimes you'll see a price that's 30 to 40% below what you'll actually be paying at checkout. All these apps, marketplaces have the same tickets for the most part. So you just want to make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck. We've seen tickets before fees go for $5,500. Get the checkout, it'd be $7,800. So you just want to be very sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck by comparing prices after fees on all marketplaces.
Oh, man, just hearing some of these ticket prices just gives me the chills. I know some people, when they take out their credit card to swipe that, they're like, ooh, feeling the same thing. But you at TickPick have a few tips for us, right, to save a little bit of money.
Yeah, for sure. So once the matchup is ultimately set for Super Bowl, well, we historically have seen that prices are at their peak. And then as time goes by, prices tend to drop leading up to the game. Ultimately, more inventory comes onto the site. That additional inventory leads prices to drop as well. Oddly enough, I know the last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl was a few years ago, was the only time that prices increased leading up to the game, but we don't expect that to be the case this year as prices have steadily dropped the last few days. And given how expensive these tickets are, we do expect the floor to be around $6,200. And we've seen fans get deals leading up to kickoff, sometimes even into the first quarter, securing tickets. And because these are electronic tickets, you'll be able to get the tickets transferred right away. Back in the day, they were physical tickets. You had to physically pick them up. But we do, if you are looking to purchase a ticket and want to see how prices trend, we actually have a price tracker in our app that'll show you how many tickets are available and how prices are trending. Really helpful info just to see how prices are moving. If you want to save some money, and given how expensive these tickets are, saving a few $100 can go a long way.
Yeah, a few $100 is definitely a little bit of guacamole that you can be putting back into your pocket. But you mentioned something. You said that oftentimes, especially this year specifically, the ticket sales are going to decrease as we get closer to the game. Why is that the case?
Yeah, I think right now the prices were just so high. They're just obviously such a healthy price point that it's just a little bit unreal. It's very unrealistic for most people, and so obviously a lot of people are also very trained to wait to the day of to get the best deal. And so generally we've seen that people are just waiting, and prices will ultimately drop due to that lack of transaction volume. But what we do see, so I'd be very cautious if you do wait, is we always say kind of like the sweet spot is to purchase 48 hours before, because on the day of the game, you'll see all the there'll be so many transactions taking place. That increase will ultimately lead to prices popping. So the sweet spot, if you are looking to attend, I would say would be Saturday night. Sunday morning, you might see prices pop up a little bit as everybody's looking to buy last minute.
Man, I've never heard of somebody buying a ticket to the Super Bowl the day of the Super Bowl. I would love to get a story on that because I think that's just so cool. One more question for you, Kyle, before I let you go. At TickPick, what are some other additional maybe additives or something that's great for people to know and why they should choose TickPick as opposed to other outlets?
Yeah, for sure. So we guarantee the best prices. And so obviously with these tickets being so expensive, we do guarantee that you will get the best price through our app. One of the other things that I think is really cool is we have a 360-degree view. So if you go into a listing, you can click it and you can kind of see what that view will be like from your seat, which I think is great. Obviously, you want to make sure that your experience is what you're expecting. And so we're the only app that provides that view within the app. And then the price tracker, like I said, we try to build as many tools into the app to save as much money for our customers as possible. That price tracker is extremely helpful to make sure you have as much information at your disposal to make the most educated decision so that you can, if you're going to the game, you want to make sure you have a ticket. If you're going to wait till Saturday, say you're flying in, you'll know that there are tickets available so you can make that purchase.
Perfect. Well, it turns out that we are ready for the big game, and maybe we'll save a few bucks in the process. Kyle, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.